It is Friday, and man, oh man, is this one of the biggest updates of all time. 99 John Donaldson. I think my time on this game has reached its expiration. There's so many great cards. Literally, almost all of them are maxed out hitting and feet. We'll just show it. Leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel. And let's talk about it. The brand new 8th inning program is here, lasting for the next 3 weeks. And Cornerstone cards are there. We love a nice Cornerstone, right? It's the backbone of a franchise. Like Third Leg Craig Biggio, the tripod, as some call him, Eddie Matthews, and Trevor Hoffman. Shout out Banana Ball. They rang the bells for him at Petco one more time. That was pretty cool to see. So those are out. We know the deal with these. They're obviously going to, did you see that right there? How about we look at the bosses and we look at the Cornerstones in just a few seconds. They're going to be 99s, and there's more 99s here. You get 99 Todd Helton, who perhaps this is not even his best sport. Famously, was starting over Peyton Manning there at Tennessee for the Vols. Also famously likes to drink while operating motorized vehicles. How about that? Todd Helton, maxed out contact, 115 power right, 91 power left. That's pretty good for an opening card, 90 fielding. Again, I don't really super care about it for first base, but it's cool nonetheless. Keep it going. You got bosses. Boom! Mike Piazza, Pedro Martinez, and Vladimir Guerrero. I was going to say this, and I get it. Netflix is doing a Who Killed the Expos documentary, which I'm excited for. It's David Sampson and Jeffrey Loria. He should be in the Hall as an Expo. I'm sorry, Angel fans. We all know it. Wow, what a card. Once again, maxed out contact, 107, 112 power, 113 vision, 125 clutch. That's pretty good. 99 arm, 81 speed. He's got quirks. First pitch hitter, dead red. If anybody should be getting bad ball hitter, it is absolutely Vladimir Guerrero. Keep on trucking. We've got Pedro Martinez. And I'll just let you know, this might be the very best right-handed pitcher in the game, even better than the Rocket. Four-seam, circle change, slurve, sinker cutter. As far as I know, the first time they've given Pedro Martinez sinker cutter, outlier on the fastball, break outlier, pickoff artist. So he's going to be throwing a four-seamer 104 approximately, and that changeup is going 82. A 22-mile-an-hour differential. And the cutter is even a good 14 miles off of the four-seamer with 115 hit 9, 103 K per 9, 101 BB 9. Maxed out pitch clutch, good night. That's absurd. But if you thought that was absurd, how about you go ahead and take a look at Mr. Mike Piazza, who, if you did not know, is literally the greatest hitter of all time. 121, 125 contact, 115, 120 power, 121 clutch. He's literally like the best card of the game offensively. And he can play first base at a secondary too. That's pretty good. He's going to be great. I like his swing. I think they changed it a little bit this year. Multiplayer path card he had earlier on in the season with the Dodgers. Mint. I really did enjoy it. So those are the bosses. In my opinion, 3 bangers, and you get your first pack at 155,000 XP, which really is not that bad, especially when you look at how you get there. There's, of course, gameplay XP. There's the inning boss collection for the past voucher. If you did this, you get a 50,000 XP head start, which already we are knocking on the door. We're getting pretty close. And there's also the exchanging that nets you another 50,000 first drop missions. I mean, you're pretty much going to get Todd Helton if you had the voucher and you had the ability to do the exchanges. Very easy. You're super close to Todd Helton, which means you're super close to the bosses. I like it. Snappy pace. You're going to get there very, very soon. We'll take a look at the brand new Cornerstone Evolution cards that are coming into the game this year, this season, and this year. Both. They both work. Craig Biggio, like we said, the tripod. He's pretty good. He's going to be stable, sturdy behind home plate at catcher, where probably a lot of people are going to play him, but second base, catcher, and outfield. 114, 115 contact, mid-80s power, 103 vision, 115 clutch. Great fielding, 90 speed, 99 steal for a catcher. That's pretty good. Absolutely. And these are, again, pretty easy to get done. There's going to be a few moment challenges that you can play through. Not that bad. Of course, you have to get the card before you actually play those few missions with the actual card and stat missions with Second Baseman, Astros, and All-Star Series. And you get 10,000 XP. Pretty good. Going to help you on your way to getting the bosses, Pedro Martinez, Mike Piazza, and Vladimir Guerrero. Eddie Matthews, also pretty good, maxed out against righties, 95 contact against southpaws, could be a little bit better. Overall, pretty solid card that you're going to get very quickly, very easily. You're going to want to get these done, of course, because John Donaldson collections, you're going to want to get them. I think the best out of them, though, Trevor Hoffman, if I was going to get one first, especially for the Weekend Classic coming in this weekend, I would get Trevor Hoffman. Circle change primary at 73 miles an hour. He can get it up there a little bit, even at his old age, 95. Cutter, slider, and a curveball, good mix, maxed out, hit, K, and pitch clutch. It's almost like he was the MLB leader in saves for a little bit until Mariano Rivera took that over. He's very good. Great players that you're going to get in the evolution and of the XP reward path. Really good. We'll take a look at the brand new Moonshot Program featuring known power hitter Joe Mauer. And you just got to love this. You absolutely have to love it. 64, is this a postseason Kershaw? 64 Ubaldo Jimenez. See, that makes sense with the Orioles. It's almost like Buck Showalter should have used Zach Britton in that game. I don't know. Maybe Ubaldo wasn't the right call. You also got to roll this Chapman. This is specifically against Houston in the playoffs, Aroldis Chapman, particularly, which is funny because he just got off like a 50-day streak of not allowing a hit. He's been insane for Boston this year. I'm sure Yankee fans are loving that. We've got, again, some cards that are a little bit fun. Luis Aparicio, not known for his power, but here he is. He's actually got more power than contact. It's interesting. 99 speed. Kind of a fun card he's opening up here with this new program. You get Bill Mazeroski, the one and only man to hit a home run, a walk-off home run in Game 7 of the World Series. And he gets power to credit that. 117, 120 power, max contact left, 97 fielding at 2B with 96 reaction. That's actually really good. That is incredible. He's almost maxed out everything, contact and power, except contact right at 100. With that kind of fielding is really good. Carlos Pena, very underrated player for the Rays in the kind of like mid to late 2000s. 2007, I think he hit like 47 home runs. And he's got 125 power. I mean, this card isn't really fictitious. This just makes sense. That looks like Carlos Pena. You get Grady Sizemore. 125 against righties, 102, 112 against lefties, 93 vision, 119 clutch. The fielding, they do hit him on a little bit because it is a moonshot card. They try and balance it. It's kind of weird. Matt Holliday, then they give Matt Holliday better than Babe Ruth stats, which I don't know. And I'm curious what you guys think in the comment section. Do you like that every card is getting maxed out stats? When I say maxed out, I'm aware that 118 is not maxed out. Oh, okay, Deborah. I don't know. They're pretty much just saying use whatever card, use whatever swing you prefer, because they all have the same stats. I don't know. It is September. They all have the same stats. Joe Mauer, he's got 125 power, only 109 against lefties. I mean, Matt Holliday might be better than him. He's pretty good, though. Sideburn Joe came to play. 95 arm at catcher's good, 80 block as well. No first base, which is kind of funny because he was well known as a first baseman in the latter half of his career. When he was just too tall, 6'5" to play catcher. You don't see too many 6'5" catchers. It's my Hall of Famer right there, Joe Mauer. Very happy to have him. And he might not even be the best card here because we've got a brand new pack that features Sammy Sosa, Ricky Henderson, Joe Morgan, Barry Larkin, a lot of absolute monstrous cards. Look at this Sammy Sosa. This is inhuman. The kind of strength he's got, it almost seems artificial. 125 power, 122 contact right, 110 contact left. 99 arm. I mean, you get a little bit better defensively, but hard to beat that offense. Ricky Henderson, he's got 102, 115 power. 125, 117 contact. He's 99 speed as always. The fielding still good at 84, 88 reaction. Again, like we always talk about, he can't play any other positions. He can. You can put him in right field for sure. Probably not center field. Most of these corners that don't have center field secondary, they can't really transition. Joe Morgan, 125 against righties. I mean, really, all these cards are pretty much the exact same. You know what I mean? 114, 104, which is great. You can pick just what swing you want. Joe Morgan, the elbow dropper himself, the panty dropper. Chicks dig the long ball. He's going to hit a lot of them. Another Cincinnati Red, Barry Larkin, 113 contact to side, 115, 125 power. The fielding all the way down to 60. Okay, that's a bit of a kicker. Preston Wilson here for the Rockies. Center field primary, can play corners. They lose 4 fielding. Accuracy and reaction. 117, 111 contact, 125 power right. Also pretty damn good. Brian Dozier, my man. Hell yeah. Rare power hitting 2B, although looking at the game here, it is not that rare. Pretty good. 123, 125 power, 106, 105 contact with solid vision, 111 clutch, Gold Shield D. I'll take that. I love the Dozier swing. I'm really happy with that card. Ryan Braun, maxed out against lefties, 112, 106. Again, maybe it's just a good workout regimen that helped these guys, propelled them throughout their career. Maybe a good nutritionist, make sure they get plenty of protein, get nice and strong. I'm not sure. Same could be said for Vaughn Rodriguez here. 120, 116 contact, 112, 106 power, 107 vision, 113 clutch. 99 arm, it's really all that matters. He does have pop time. This is one of the best catchers defensively in the game. Brooks Robinson, also very good. Still maintains Gold Shield, can get up to Diamond at parallel 3. I mean, you can only say so much about all these cards. They're all really good. Jeff Bagwell, one of the killer Bs alongside the really good Lance Berkman. And the Bijou coming out today. You can get all 3 of the Bs. Although this might be an S tier card. 125 contact left, maxed out power, 107 clutch. Steve Finley, 120 contact right, 120 power versus righties and lefties. Still Silver Shield in the outfield. How about this? Richie Ass Cheeks, Richie Ashburn with 100 power. Makes a guy shed a tear. I thought I'd never see the day. They finally give the respect to one of the greatest of all time. Interesting stuff in Moonshot there. How do you, those are in the pack, of course, we might as well just take a look at the collection because, of course, there is one featuring Hank Aaron, Ozzie Smith, and The Rock, Tim Raines. Exactly the guys you'd expect as power hitters. Tim Raines, switch hitter, awesome swing, one of my favorites in DD every year. 125, 109 against lefties, maxed out clutch, 110, 114 against righties. Can't play 2B. And outfielders cannot play out of position in the infield, which does harbor him a little bit. Fielding isn't particularly great. 90 speed, 90 steal is great. Kind of swing he's got. That's a really fun card. Ozzie Smith, if you ever wanted a maxed out power Ozzie Smith, well, today's your lucky day. 125 against lefties and 102 only against righties. Still maintains 85 fielding, 87 reaction, 95 arm, 85 speed. But that's not even the top card. It is Hammerin' Hank, former home run leader in the major leagues before another guy who was very keen on a good, clear mind and eating enough chicken breast decided to take that over from him. Hank Aaron, 125. Contact right, contact left, power right, power left, clutch. That seems pretty good. What I don't get, though, he's only got 65 fielding, 62 reaction, 70 speed. Most of these cards have maxed out hitting already. This isn't like necessarily better. He can play first base, which definitely helps him out. I would recommend playing him there. That kind of fielding, reaction, and speed is just pretty shitty in the outfield. He's fun. It is. It's fun. I just don't really get, like, Ozzie gets 85 fielding, which obviously Ozzie Smith, the wizard, one of the greatest ever at his position. But come on, we could have done a little bit better here. Especially when every card that dropped is getting the same hitting as Hank Aaron. So, I don't know. You also get this, which I actually wasn't really that privy to until recently. So, as John Oliver did a contest where a minor league team, like, he could do their branding, and this is the Erie Seawolves, the Tigers minor league team, I believe, AA. They became the Moon Mammoths, and you get this, which is kind of fun. Just hit home runs. Have you been to the moon? How do you know there's not woolly mammoths on there? There could be. And we'll find out together once we are no longer able to able to live on this planet anymore. That just got weird. How do you get this stuff done? Well, there's moment challenges, as always. Hit a home run off common pitchers. It is not that hard. You get 5 points a pop. There's missions for some of the pitchers here. Of course, there's going to be the Moonshot event as well, which we'll talk about. Moonshot Series missions. Just get this stuff done with Moonshot Series players. Either the old ones or the current ones. They both work. You can use either. There's event missions. If you wanted to play the event, even though there's no rewards, you can do so. There's an extreme moment. Can I hit one to space? The hell does that? Hit one to... Okay, I got to see. What does that even mean? Is it like 1,000 feet to the outfield or something? Or is it just hit a home run on Hall of Fame difficulty? There's got to be a custom... Baltimore. I don't know. Well, let's test my skills here for a second against Clayton Kershaw, who likes to get a nice stretch before he pitches. It's important as he ages to get a nice stretch, of course, so you don't lock up your joints. You don't want to build up that lactic acid right there. Kind of interesting that this is an extreme moment. Just hit a home run on Hall of Fame difficulty, and you're golden. Oof. Well, for time purposes, we're going to back out there. We're streaming on twitch.tv, so if you don't believe that I can hit a home run on Hall of Fame difficulty, you can see for yourself. But the increased gravity, they said. Well, we're going to have to see exactly what that means. But they're there, and they're optional. You don't have to do them. Same as the pack collections, you don't have to do it. A lot of stuff in Moonshot 2.0. You get a bunch of commons for fun. You also get some really good cards. Again, they've just blown really everything out of proportion at this point in terms of what are overalls, because everybody's getting the same stats. Again, curious what you guys think about that. There's also the Spotlight program. There's a lot of content out today, if you haven't guessed that. There's a lot of stuff. Brandon Marsh is the top-end reward. He gets Al Stewart. Great mustache. Nice lip sweater on the top lip there. Pretty cool. You also get Brandon Sproat, the Sproat Goat. Good pitch mix. Sinker, sweeper, curveball, four-seam, and a circle change. Not half bad as a top Snell card. Still 97 overall. Spotlight, some new cards there. We'll talk about it in a second. Brandon Marsh, who, if you did not know, he wets his hair. He gets it nice and soggy before he plays, which I'd have to imagine they'd kind of get in the way a little bit. But he seems to dig it. 125, 118 contact, 102, 81 power. You can do a little bit better, but pretty good overall. New Spotlight cards. You get Brad Keller. Take a look at him. Pitch mix looks pretty good. Four-seam slider, sweeper, sinker, circle, changeup, 125, 116, hitting K, 125, pitch clutch. One of the better righty relievers in the game for sure. You get Dalen Lyle for the Nationals. Maxed out contact, 90 and 106. Power against righties and lefties, respectively. Outfielder with 90 speed. Gold defense, pretty good. Cam Devani? I don't know. I don't watch as many Bucko games as maybe I should. Really only when Paul starts, to be honest. He's a top Snell card. He looks solid, I suppose. Emmanuel Rivera here for the Birds. 116, 125 contact. Pretty cool. And Mitch Ferris, of course, brother of Bueller. He gets a card with one of the worst pitch mixes in the game. A bit of a junk baller, I guess. 77-mile-an-hour circle changeup. That's kind of fun. So those are the new cards we have there. Brad, of course, son of Helen, as I probably should have made mention to. But and Brandon, son of Randy Marsh. Same thing as always. Get these done. There's an extreme moment. Score 4 runs in a matter of 1 out. as the Orioles broke up the no-no. You can do that. There's stat missions. You guys kind of know the drill at this point. Spotlight program, brand new in the game. Let's go look at the collection. Let's go take a peek at what we've got to offer. Brand new 99 John Donaldson, 99 Hank Greenberg, 99 Alfonso Soriano. That's a lot of damage. And it's probably going to cost a lot of stubs to us. A lot of cards needed to get them. Now, what is nice is there's 3 different collections. And starting with Alfonso Soriano, you only need 16 vouchers. Only. How many do we have? 14. We're screwed. You escalate up to 24 with Hank Greenberg, and then you get up to 32 with John Donaldson. We might as well just show him off. This is probably the greatest pitcher to ever exist. I mean, truly. 120 hit 9, 114 K per 9, 100 BB 9, 125 pitch clutch. Doesn't get much better than that. Slider primary with outlier, 4-seam with outlier, a slurve at 80 miles an hour, 82 mile an hour forkball. Again, like a 20 mile an hour drop off and a sinker, which I'm surprised that doesn't have outlier as well. With the mechanics, the motion, the pitch mix, the stats that he has, this is the best pitcher in the game. It is not particularly close. And there's been a lot of good pitchers coming out recently. Oh, did I mention he's also a two-way player? He can also play center field or DH for you if you want. 115, 105 power, 106, 96 power. Yeah, that's pretty good. Absolutely bonkers card. Which you would know if you ever saw John Donaldson play. I remember that no-hitter in 1911 like it was yesterday. You get Hank Greenberg, brand new legend this year. 125 contact against righties and lefties. 115 power against righties. 120 against lefties. Maxed out clutch. Maxed out bunt with 55 speed if you're into that sort of thing. Pretty good, too. I know probably not a lot of people alive when he played, so it might reduce the cool factor using him. He's still pretty damn good. Then Alfonso Soriano as their cheaper collection. Maxed out contact again, 110, 115 power, 93 vision, 125 clutch, second base primary, gold shield defense. Only 71 reaction. Not great at 2B. I really do like good reaction there. 91 speed, 90 steal. Boom. That's there. Let's go ahead and see how ridiculous this exactly is. We'll start off from the top. Hopefully you guys did try and prepare a little bit. You need 140 Topps Now cards. We have 101. Remember, there's multiple pages. We're not going to get fooled by that this time. 107. We are at 132. Well, there's going to be more Topps Now you're going to get. Obviously, we have one more month of the MLB season, so there's going to be more Topps Now cards coming out for free. I'm not going to rush it too much. I'll lock in what I've got, but I'll probably just kind of keep it there. There's a few that you're going to get in the program also. I wouldn't skip that voucher. I would just hold off and wait. Cornerstone, you're going to need all of them. Of course, the new ones just are not here yet. Don't freak out. Don't panic. They will be there. That's just not been on the front burner for people so far as the new Cornerstone, so they haven't been discovered. So they aren't going to be in there quite yet. Standout, you need 20 cards. All of them, okay, including Jorge Posada. Okay, that's fun. All right. Okay. I do think there's going to be a flash sale helping reduce these prices a little bit. But man, 116. We actually might be here. We're a little off. 4 more to go. I think you need every single one of them up until today. That's a lot of Spotlight cards postseason. Oh, we've got this one. Nice. Get a voucher. That feels good. Okay. So we are 1 away from getting Alfonso Soriano. Second half heroes, you need all of them. Once again, how about that? Including Trey Turner, who is very expensive. $200,000. Okay. That's fun. Basically, just go out and get every card, which we do have every veteran series. That's nice. You know, the silver the silver lining of this is at least you won't see John Donaldson that much because nobody can afford him. All-Stars probably one a lot of people are going to want to skip. They did put out 3 new All-Star cards today, B.J. Hoffman and Eddie Matthews. Otherwise, there's a lot of chase cards, which I don't want to pay $100K for an 87. Maybe you do, but I don't fancy that. Breakout, I'll get that. Boom, that's a voucher. Try and speed through this here. Rookie Series, you need 14. You need each and every single one of them. If you got it, boom, you get a voucher. That's cool. You have Contributor. You need 34. All of them, once again. And I don't know if they're really going to put out more cards in a lot of these series. Like, they're kind of past that point. If they're giving them maxed out stats, they probably aren't going to give a Contributor card maxed out stats. You'd like to think that's a little bit better than a Contributor. I think that's kind of disingenuous in general to say, oh, yeah, he was a Contributor. He was on the team. Milestone Series, you need 23. So you don't need all of them. You just need almost all of them. Smile. Yeah, really, really, really expensive 37 award series. These ones, they will be putting out more, rest assured. They will be having more opportunities. You only need 3. Only 3 finest, which I guess is not terrible. I mean, these 3, Headley, Kipnis, and Nen, were obtainable just by playing, which is an awful Hall of Fame series. We're 1 shy. A lot of these are in Diamond Quest. If you guys are not completely caught up quite yet, that's the Color Storm where you need all of them. I'm curious here, do you need Brian Reynolds? Is he a voucher? He is. Okay, well, that's going to take me a while to get there. Again, obtainable just by playing, but it takes a lot of playing to get Brian Reynolds there. We are at 22 vouchers. We're not even quite at Hank Greenberg, where you need 24. Now, my chat is spamming that you cannot get John Donaldson, which I will say is not true. Once again, like we already talked about, this happens every time. If something has not been discovered yet, it will not show up in here. So there's 32 vouchers required, right? Well, there's 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32. So you can get them, but you can't skip one, except you can. The only issue is nobody has Hank Aaron yet, so he won't show up as a voucher. He will be a voucher. I promise you. If he isn't, you can come and beat me up, okay? And come give me the smackums. He will be there, just like all of these other ones, rest assured. He will be there. We can at least get Alfonso Soriano right now. That's going to be a little pat on the back, a little fun, I suppose. He's good. I mean, like, let's not get things conflated. He's quite good. All these cards are quite good. I really don't think, well, that John Donaldson is kind of a requirement. That John Donaldson is as pay to win as it gets. This is the best card in my eyes to ever exist. This is the best pitcher. If you haven't played the game like online much, especially not on like a higher difficulty, like even Hall of Fame Plus, if you have, you know just how insane John Donaldson is, how unfair he is. And with these kind of stats, with these kind of pitches, he is going to be untouchable. I mean, if you give up a hit, I would be shocked because he is just ridiculously good. The Cornerstone voucher is also not in here, is what people... Okay. Hank Aaron is there, not the Cornerstone, because people don't have that grinded out. It will be there. I just had the wrong one. But yeah, the Cornerstone voucher, it will be there. I promise you. Again, if it isn't, beat me up, okay? It will be there. Just like every single other time, it will be there. Was there a chase card today? No. Okay, there's actually not a chase card. Wow, they restrained themselves. Good job on them for making this an affordable update. There's a lot of good free stuff, for sure. There's a lot of really good free stuff. I am curious in the Moonshot program, those packs that they give out for free, just how good they are. So the full moon, you get 1 of 10 odds at Sammy Sosa, Ricky Henderson, Joe Morgan. Those are the rare round the bosses, if you will. Then the old one, which this Bo Bichette still goes for 100K. So if you get this done early and you pull them, you won't. but if you did, that'd be cool. I mean, the Moonshot program is great. You get so many really good cards in there, which I really do like that. The XP bosses, I think, are some of the best. I don't know. I think it is, and there's still the roster update to talk about too. I think it is at a point this year where just find the swing you like. You get maxed out hitting like with pretty much any card in the game that's being released at this point. It's pretty easy to find great cards. If you can't, I'd be shocked. I don't know. Like, outside of John Donaldson, I don't care about Hank Greenberg. I don't care about Aroldis Chapman. Alfonso Soriano. Because I have cards with the same stats that are going to play the exact same as those, is what I'm saying. Aroldis Chapman up to a 92, of course. We'll try and super speed through this a little bit. Pete Crow Armstrong down to a 91. Yeah, he's had a bit of a tough second half, as the Cubs have in general. Juan Soto, he's up into the 90 threshold. He's been great for the Mets. Plus 30 on base running aggressiveness. He's got 31 steals. Juan Soto might have a 40-40 season this year, which is insane to think about. Trey Turner also is getting up into the 90s. Mason Miller is getting there as well. Lost Diamond for a little bit, and now he's back up to 90 plus. How about that? Ketel Marte, he's down to 90. Cody Bellinger is up to 89. Hunter Green up to an 88. You get Jeremy Pena. Please pause it at any time that you wish. Please put it in slower speed. 0.25 or whatever. Lindor's up to an 87. Nico Horner's up to an 87. So is Bryce Terang. Not that much power added given what he did in August, but that's fine. J-Rod's up to an 87. Chris Sale, Vlad is up to an 87. Logan Gilbert is down to an 87. Springer is getting diamond. Very well deserved. Having a nice renaissance season this year for the Blue Jays. Really helped lead that offense. Crochet and Langford plus one's up to an 86. Ellie, been a little bit quiet here in the second half. He's down to an 86. Pavetta. Yamamoto, he's going to get up to diamond. Joe Ryan, he's been getting smacked around a little bit as of late. That's fair. Gunner's down to an 85. No shot they drop a cover guy from diamond to gold, right? Like, they're propelling them for a reason. Hunter Brown, 85. Christopher Sanchez should have been an all-star. Instead, he's a diamond. He'll have to settle with that. He gets up to an 85 right there. Some neutral moves for Yordong, Sadon, and some other guys. Bryce Harper, he's down to 85. Ramon Laureano, what a season for him. He's been incredible. You know, Orioles picked him up, traded him to San Diego, and the rest is history. Maybe a little bit of lingering effects. Mike Trout, I will have you know, he hit .399 last night, his first home run in 7 months. He's one away from getting a 400 home run milestone card, which they confirmed on stream today. It's going to happen. But man, has it been a tough season for Trout between injuries and underperformances. And look at his stats now. He's really been hit. Schwarber's down to an 85. So not too many new diamonds. I think 4 is all. Just keep on moving here. Keep on moving. See everything that happened. A lot of movers and shakers. I'm going to be completely honest. I certainly did not really make any investments for the roster update. Say Suzuki loses diamond. That's interesting. Bregman does too. Pablo went down. What? He had 1 start. What do you mean? It was okay. Nicholas Kurtz is only an 82, which is insane for a guy who has a 1,000 OPS. That feels disingenuous. Super speed through this. Like I said, go ahead and pause it anytime you will. Just want you guys to get a chance to see if some of your investments cashed or if they were ass. A lot of guys getting upgraded and downgraded. 92 pages of things. We'll move on throughout the silvers and whatnot. I do see a lot of sentiment in the comment section of my stream here, otherwise known as the chat, where people are saying they screwed the early players of the game for the collections. I mean, yeah, like with how many, they're asking for pretty much every card. It's unreasonable that if you started in July that you could ever be able to catch up. I don't know. We could have more discourse about the collections here, but truly, these cards are incredible. But I don't. Again, the only one I really think is a must-have is John Donaldson. If I'm going to be completely frank, I don't think you need to care that much. I'm not going to bust my ass to go get Brian Reynolds to go finish the Neon Team Affinity because I've got like 15 guys at every position that have the same stats as the ones that I would be going out to get. So it's just not that important to me personally. Mileage may vary, I suppose. Looking forward to what we have coming up next, the 16th, this upcoming Tuesday. Weekend Classic is going to end. Brand new World Series and multiplayer program. Also, a new program, Pack Showdown and Collection. And we already kind of know what it is. Little breaking news here. There is 17 new legends coming next week. The Home Run Derby X, which has been taking part in the past couple of years, is going to be here in Diamond Dynasty. You remember MLB 22, you had Swisher, Giovanni Soto, Adrian Gonzalez, and Johnny Gomes, my brother. How could I not remember him? Home Run Derby X is going to add a litany of players. If you want to see all of them, I'm sure you could look up the roster. We can talk about it in another video. But guys like Mike Moustakas, Adam Wainwright, Michael Kadire, a bunch. Ben Zobrist are going to be in there. Adrian Gonzalez, I'm pretty sure, is one of them as well. Andrew Jones, I think. Supposedly Jose Reyes. I'll believe it when I see it, but we'll talk about that as it comes. That's coming in next week. 17 new legends. Should be fun. And then postseason content begins on the 3rd of October, so a few weeks from now. We're going to have that as well. It looks like we do have double XP, double PXP until the 16th, until that next Tuesday again. So plenty of chances, plenty of opportunities to go ahead and earn a lot of progress to get the new cards that came out today. Let me know what you guys think of the update. Again, I think the collection's unruly. Unless you never leave the chair, you probably don't have them, don't have enough stuff to get them. I'm happy that John Donaldson is not going to be widespread. If he was an inning boss, I would delete the game. I would go play Wii Sports Resort or something. I don't know. I'll quit rambling there. A lot of content. Come join me on Twitch. We're streaming. Thank you. All right, we're rambling on Twitch. So one thing I do want to bring up. This should be addressed. This should be fixed. Like, the collections, obviously, it's going to favor people who've been playing longer. Cards like this Beltre, he was the early boss, the first inning program boss, 88 overall. Like, he's 250K because you cannot earn him anymore. And that is, well, that's just not particularly good. So they've got to reprint, push out some of these cards so it's at least feasible, because Contributor is one of the easier card series to collect, to get done. Most of those were cards that you can get by playing like programs or whatnot, which that Beltre is too. But if you didn't play the game for the first month or just didn't get him, there's no realistic way you're going to spend $250,000. There's a queue. There's a 20-person queue of people waiting to spend $250,000 on a card they'll never use. And that has to be fixed. Now, goodbye. All right, we're